Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Mother Essence, and thank you again for tuning into my channel. If it's the first time you've tuned into my channel, go ahead and catch up with my CDL journey. It's been quite an interesting experience, quite an interesting journey. I finally got to this point, and what a story. So I just took my hazmat test the next day after I failed it. I took it yesterday. I got 23 out of the 24 right. And it was because I used the CDL prep app, the one with the steering wheel. I used that to pass my initial test to get my CDL, and I was confident I could utilize it to take my hazmat test. I was wrong. I got a 100% on the CDL test, on the CDL prep app multiple times, and I said, let me just go take this test, only to get there and see 10 questions that were not on the CDL prep app. So I utilized another CDL prep app, and I don't have the name offhand, but they give you a 7-day trial, which I'm about to cancel it because I already used it. I don't need it. And after that 7-day trial, they allegedly give you a lifetime membership. But from the reviews, I saw people saying that they switch some things up or do something funny. I don't know how true that is either. But I think the 7 days should be enough. If you know what you want to do with it and you putting in the time, you're going to get it. I do feel like the exam I just took was easier than the one I took yesterday, because I literally came across no numbers really of like 4.3s or 8s or 9s or radioactive questions. I studied all that, and and then I scored a 99% 2 times. What the app does is it gets you to 99%, then it puts you back at 50. You get to 99% again, it puts you back at 50. So I scored that 2 times, and I said, to hell with this. I don't know what they got going on. I'm gonna go take this test. And I was confident in the numbers aspects for the most part. Little bit uncertain about the 4s, the 4.3s or 4.1s. Kind of mix those two up, but everything else I was like, okay, I know these numbers, I understand these classes well enough to be able to identify the answer when I see it. But none of those came up. Nothing about nitrate came up. Nothing came up about, like, I was just, whatever, okay? Whatever. I skipped 4 questions that I felt like they were trick questions, and just the verbiage of it wasn't sitting right with me. And I said, any question that I have to actually think, I'm going to come back to it. So I was able to get through it with the skipped 4 questions and getting my 24 correct. So I didn't have any wrong. That's good for me. It doesn't matter either way. Pass is a pass. You know, that's just how it goes. So now what I need to do is go to get my TSA background check. Now, the place that does this does walk-ins only on Tuesdays and Wednesdays before 1:30 p.m. and they're located in Greenville, Mississippi. I think Greenville is a good 45 minutes away from me. Fine and everything. Now, the company that I want to start with, they want to book me to come in on Monday. So I'm kind of in a position, in a place where, should I go ahead and go to the company, or should I do the TSA background check first? So that way, by the time I come back home, that background check will be done, and I can come back to the DMV, let them know that it's been done, pay my fee, and get that endorsement on my license. Or should I just go to the orientation and do my training? I'll be gone for 35 days, at least 35 days. And when I come back, they give you a week off. I could utilize that week off to go and do the background check. But keeping in mind, the background check takes anywhere from 30 to 60 days. Now, I'm thinking, or I read somewhere, that if you already have your TWIC card, the background check comes back much faster. But I've never seen any indications of how much faster that faster is. So I have to ask myself, am I in a rush? Is there a time constraint on the time I take the test to a mandated time that I have to turn in the background check? No. They just say do it as soon as possible. I did ask the lady here, I said, is there a time that I have to have that back? She said no, but just do it as soon as possible so you can get your endorsement. And so what as soon as possible look like for me? It depends if I leave to go ahead and go to the program or not. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm gonna meditate on it before I decide what I want to do. But yes, got that hazmat test out of the way. I am thinking about doing the tanker and the passenger test next, just to open up some fields of places that I can work. I would like to stay with the company I start with for a year straight if everything is going according to what works for me, and get that 1 year experience, so that way a lot of things can start to open up for me because I'll have that 1 year experience. So yeah, this is where I'm at thus far on this journey, and stay tuned for more updates to see if I decide to wait to do my background or if I decide to just go ahead and go to the company. I'll be updating you on the company once I am either in motion, about to go, or when I get there. All right.